reading from Hating Olivia. One night when I had off from the loading dock, I was roused from my sleep by a blood-curdling scream. It was like someone's throat was being torn out. Since my dreams tended toward the violent and frightening, my first guess was that the sound had come from some uncharted region inside my own skull. My eyes shot open. The ceiling of my cage was a black slate. Outside the porthole, the sky was colorless. As usual, I was sweating like a pig. Another scream ripped out of the darkness. There was no doubt about it now. Somebody was being murdered beneath the very roof of the boarding house. I leaped off the mattress, toppling the reading lamp in the process. When I succeeded in finding and switching it on, I saw by the alarm clock that it was 3:30. Where the hell were my cigarettes? I fumbled around for the pack, lighted one, and cracked the door. What I heard out there was the gibbering of a wild animal, followed by a burst of hysterical laughter. It wasn't murder after all. Somebody was losing his mind. Somewhere below, a light flared. Mrs. Trowbridge, in her flea-bitten nightgown, stood on the second-floor landing outside her bedroom and squinted up at me. "What's going on up there, Max?" Just as I was about to tell her that her guess was as good as mine, there was another yelp. This time I figured out where the commotion was coming from. I took 3 steps down the hall and knocked on Benny's door. "You okay in there? Benny, you all right?" I turned the handle and pushed the door open. Benny was thrashing around in his sheets, his spindly black legs spastically pumping the pedals of an invisible bicycle. "Christ, what's wrong, man?" "My ear," he shouted into the pillow he clutched with 2 fists. "Your ear? What's wrong with your ear?" "It's in my ear. One of them goddamn cockroaches crawled into my ear and I can't get the motherfucker out." I ran to the bed and yanked him up by his arms into a sitting position. Then I forced his hand away from his ear. "The son of a bitch burrowed in there while I was sleeping. This place is a fucking outhouse. They should be ashamed to charge rent. They should pay us to live here." Before he lost it all over again, I twisted his head and peered inside the canal. Sure enough, there were the creature's bent hind legs. "Get it out. Get it the fuck out, Max, before it climbs into my brain." "It can't climb into your brain, Benny. It's not anatomically possible," I assured him, though I wasn't at all certain. "Please, Max, before it drives me fucking crazy." I made a grab for the insect with my thumb and forefinger, but no dice. The harder I tried, the further in the beast scurried, until it disappeared entirely. By now there was a crowd huddled in Benny's door, including Lou and his wife and the drowsy, shell-shocked tenants from the lower floors. "Anybody got some tweezers?" "Tweezers! I think I got some in my room." "Do something, Max." "Just hold on a minute, Benny. Hold on. Help is on the way." Heavy footsteps banged down the stairs. "Max, please." "Oh, my Lord," warbled Mrs. Trowbridge. "Try turning him over on his side," Lou suggested feebly. "What good will that do?" An argument broke out. Heavy footfalls up the stairs. I pulled the tweezers out of Jimmy McNulty's mitt and gently inserted the tongs into Benny's auricle. But it was too late. The cockroach had forged onward into the jungle of the inner ear. "You got him, Max?" I removed the tweezers. "Benny, I hate to have to tell you this, but there's nothing I can do. You're going to have to get out of bed and make a trip to the emergency room." That prompted a vessel-bursting bellow from the poor bugger. He tore at his hair. "I'll call an ambulance," offered McNulty. "Forget it. I'll drive him over myself," I said. The gathering slowly dispersed while McNulty and I dressed the trembling Benny in his Bermuda shorts and t-shirt. Since his equilibrium was destroyed, I draped his arm around my neck and carried him down the staircase. "I'm going to sue you, you slumlord," Benny shouted over his shoulder at Mrs. Trowbridge. "I'm going to take you for everything you're worth. You got no business running a lodging for human beings. There's a goddamn cockroach in my ear. You're trying to kill me here." "Relax, Benny." I hauled him across the lawn to my decrepit Chevy Impala and laid him across the back seat. Caroline and Lou watched with sleepy horror from the porch. Benny was still cursing them for bastards as we pulled away from the curb into the steamy New Jersey night.